Hey there, this is Jeremy with the Practical IT channel, and you are watching or listening to Midweek News episode 55 for December 13th, 2023. Let's get started. Fairphone 5 scores perfect 10 for repairability. The teardown was done by the iFixit team. If you want a phone that can be repaired easily, this is one you want to consider. Windows 11 Notepad finally gets character count. Character count is something taken for granted in most other text editors. Notepad, the text editor built into Windows, is finally getting on the character count bandwagon. Hopefully this is enough to make a difference for people. SystemD version 255 adds a special feature. Version 255 is unique in that it adds a feature that displays Linux error messages in a fashion similar to the Windows blue screen of death, which shows errors in full screen. I'm sure this will go over like a lead balloon in the Linux community and will likely trigger even more hatred towards SystemD. LibreOffice 7.6.4 is now available. This release addresses 41 bugs that were reported by users or developers. If you're using the 7.6 version, please get to upgrading. Beta News has what appears to be a video showing the installation of Windows 12. Since this OS has not been officially announced by Microsoft, I won't put a lot of merit into it. Certainly, it is fun to watch and have something to compare with whatever they do end up releasing. The rumor mill claims that Windows 12 will be released in 2024. Best alternatives to default Windows 11 apps. Highlights from the article include the Files app as a replacement for File Explorer, 7-Zip to replace built-in extract functionality, Notepad++ to replace Notepad, Sumatra PDF as an alternative to Edge PDF Viewer or Adobe Acrobat Reader plugin, Thunderbird to replace Outlook, VLC to replace Windows Media Player, Audacity to augment Sound Recorder, Greenshot to replace the Snipping Tool, FastStone Image Viewer to replace the Photos app, Paint.net to replace Windows Paint, and Brave to replace Edge, although I would argue for the use of Firefox. Lubuntu 24.04 LTS will feature optional Wayland session and improved installer. The Lubuntu team does plan to support the Xorg session until 2026 for users with older GPUs. New install options include minimal installation with no snaps, normal installation, and full installation, which is the normal installation with additional apps. A new first boot screen will prompt users when booting the live ISO image. This screen will let you select a Wi-Fi network and set the default language. Guide to installing fonts on Linux. If you're moving to Linux from macOS or Windows, you may want to install some fonts so that your documents in LibreOffice, or your Office suite of choice, look closer to the way they did in Office on Windows or macOS. This guide will walk you through obtaining and installing fonts on Linux. Linux Mint 21.3 beta is now available with Cinnamon 6.0. Codenamed Virginia, the final release is planned for Christmas 2023. An experimental Wayland session will be available for the Cinnamon desktop. Cinnamon 6.0 also brings updates to sound and power applets, as well as support for AVIF images, among other changes. 21.3 is still based on Ubuntu 22.04 LTS and powered by the long-term supported Linux 5.15 kernel series, and will receive security updates until 2027. Advanced Settings panel coming to Windows 11 for power users. you can already turn these features on or off via File Explorer's folder views or registry edits. This should be a welcome improvement for many. John Romero has released his new Doom episode, Sigil 2, to celebrate the game's 30th anniversary. Sigil 2 contains 9 new levels. If you own Doom, you can download the 2 megabyte Sigil 2 Doom episode for free from Romero.com. Trippy, a network analysis tool. This tool combines the functionality of ping and traceroute. Looking through the examples from the Trippy website, the tool looks quite useful and may make a good video topic in the future. Trippy is available for all major Linux distributions, available in FreeBSD ports, available on macOS through Homebrew, and available on Windows through Scoop and Winget. The Milk 5 Pioneer. You can now get a RISC-V powered workstation for native development purposes. The price is still a little on the steep side, but it does come with a 64-core CPU. It will be interesting to see if this helps to kickstart RISC-V adoption. The Open Source Software Directory. I recently discovered this website and thought I would share it. While not a comprehensive list of open source software, it does pick some nice titles for each of the categories contained on the site. There are a few software titles that haven't been updated yet to reflect their current name, so please approach with caution and do your own homework. Debian 12.4 Bookworm released with 94 bug fixes and 65 security fixes. This is the latest ISO update to the current Debian GNU Linux 12 operating system series. The 12.3 version was skipped over due to an issue with the ext4 file system. JEDEC publishes new CAM2 memory module standard. This may be a game changer for memory modules in laptops as well as mini desktop PCs. There are 2 distinct pin header options, one for DDR5 and the other for LPDDR5 5X, and these cater to different use cases. One great thing about CAM modules is that you can get dual channel on a single module. Hopefully in mid-2024 we will actually see products using this new standard. And last but not least, the race between Intel, Samsung, and TSMC is on for the first 2 nanometer chip. It will be interesting to see who gets to the market first with a 2 nanometer product. One thing for sure, the competition is going to be good for consumers in the long run. And that, my friends, will bring us to the end of Midweek News, episode 55. If you've not done so already, I would encourage you to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below letting us all know what your favorite news item of the week was. And on that note, thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.